But with all that being said, I do think the grossest thing in that movie is Dennis Quaid eating shrimp. So,
yes.
you know.
I know. We never, ever dive into the weekend unless we talk to Juju Green about what we're watching in theaters, on streaming, everywhere. Now, when you're done with this report, Juju, we can put our purse on the shoulder and get the hell out of here. So let's go. Juju Green, what are we watching this week?
Just get your recommendations and get the hell out of here.
That's right. That's right. That's the way it works.
I love it. That's what y'all want me for. I can do it all day.
We're using you for this, yes.
Yeah, I was saying that we got a couple of movies, one TV show, and then one recommendation that I haven't seen yet, but we'll get into that in a second. But something that was coming out this weekend is Springsteen Delivered Me from Nowhere. That is the movie about Bruce Springsteen starring Jeremy Allen White. As you guys know, Jeremy Allen White is amazing in The Bear, but I really do think that this one is a heavy Oscar contender from a performance standpoint. Jeremy Allen White obviously is like one of the best actors like working today. He's sweeping Emmy season, so let's see if he gets a nomination at the Oscars. But I really found this movie to be very interesting. I'm not really the biggest Bruce Springsteen. I love his music, but I'm not really like a diehard Bruce Springsteen fan, and this movie follows the creation of his album Nebraska. I didn't even know that was the name of his album, but now I do because this movie is very informative on that front. But it's crazy how like much Jeremy Allen White disappears into that role. He sounds just like him, especially when he's singing, to the point where you don't even know if that's like Jeremy or Bruce right there. And so like I really do feel like that's one of the mandatory music biopics that we get a year that we all should be checking out right now. So Springsteen Delivered Me from Nowhere.
So I have a question. I'm not a fan of the music either. Will I enjoy this anyway?
I think if you want to see Jeremy Allen White completely disappear, I think you will enjoy it. If not, it might not be your cup of tea.
Okay.
Maybe. Did you like Timothy Chalamet and A Complete Unknown last year?
Oh, yes. Loved it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, then you'll definitely probably like this one. Like, I feel like the perform. I think that Timothy might have like a slight edge over the performances, but if you like that type of transformation, I think it's still a good watch.
I have to assume that if you're an actor and you want to tackle a real life superstar like Elvis Presley or Timothy Chalamet doing Bob Dylan or someone doing Springsteen, that takes some courage. Because if you fail miserably,
Especially if that person is still alive. Imagine them watching it and being like, I don't think
that's
so.
not me.
Well, Elvis Presley is still alive. I'm pretty sure about that.
No.
Anyway.
Yeah,
okay.
I think the only person who doesn't like Beyonce is Aretha Franklin.
There you go.
So you got that one right. The one thing now, moving on to streaming a little bit. I don't know if you guys have caught The Substance last year, but I found out that one's on HBO Max right now. I believe they just put that one on there. It's #1 on the service. And if you're into body horror, if you're into Demi Moore, who I believe should have won an Oscar last year for that performance, that movie is absolutely bonkers. Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, and it's about a woman who is pretty much an aging movie star. And I want to say it's like the 90s or early 2000s or something like that. And she basically starts to slowly get pushed out of Hollywood, and she gets offered this elixir that would effectively split her body into her older self and her younger self. And they have to like switch places one by one. They can never exist at the same time. But what happens when the younger version says, I think I'm going to stay? Things get it gets really crazy. It gets really dark, and it gets very gross and disgusting. And if you're into that type of thing, The Substance is a great watch at home as well.
You know what? When you're watching The Substance, by the way, I hope you don't let the gore and the special effects get in the way of what the message truly is in this film about it's, women in Hollywood or women anywhere in the workplace or in society. How they have these expectations. Am I mansplaining too much?
No,
you tell it, Gandhi. Danielle, you can talk about it.
This is like the new Death Becomes Her. I feel like it's the new
version.
version.
I loved this movie so much. I thought the social commentary behind it was incredible. I mean, obviously about women and the pressure on women, but even what we do in our younger years and how it ultimately impacts what happens when you're older and you just kind of ignore it because you're having so much fun. and you don't think about, oh, wow, this is going to be a problem. It was great. I love it.
Exactly. So even if you're a sexist pig like Scary, you'll find something to love in this film because go for the special effects. It is probably, Juju, tell me if I'm right or wrong. It's probably it can be the grossest film I think I've ever seen. One of them.
Oh yeah, it definitely, like, I have a high threshold when it comes to eating while watching gore, and I usually impress people with how much I can handle with that. That one, I did kind of like do a double take of my popcorn. Like, do I need to bite?
Yeah, I don't think I'll be eating barbecue ribs while watching this. It's like blah, 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 blah.
When you can't eat popcorn, that's how you know it's serious, because you'll eat popcorn no matter what. But with all that being said, I do think the grossest thing in that movie is Dennis Quaid eating shrimp. So, you know.
I know. I forgot about that.
Oh,
all right,
wait,
spoiler
I
alert.
haven't seen it yet. So where can we watch it now? Finally.
Yes,
you can watch it now on HBO Max.
Okay.
Do it, Danielle. Do it. You need to watch it. And the shrimp scene's fabulous.
The shrimp scene is so good, but it's so nasty.
It is disgusting.
All right, a TV show that I want you guys to watch if you're not watching it already is English Teacher. It's the FX series.
What?
And it's an amazing series. If you like Abbott Elementary, this one is more of the more adult, more like crude version of that, where teachers are teaching at a high school, and the main character, who is a gay man, like continually inserts himself into his friends' lives, his students' lives, and he cares about his students, but he always goes out of bounds for the love of like teaching. And I don't think I could really say too much about it, because I feel like it's a show you have to appreciate, because all the characters are great. Everyone has like their own little quirks. The dialogue is amazing. The way they like kind of talk over each other in the situations they find themselves in. It is absolutely a hilarious show. English Teacher is like, it's the truth for sure.
Wow. Rotten Tomatoes gives it 100%.
Whoa.
English Teacher.
Wow.
It's in season 2.
Yeah.
Wow. Hello. Isn't it funny how we think we're so plugged into everything and we just miss a lot? A lot of pucks get through the goalie here.
Is this
By the way,
the one?
that was a hockey reference. Go ahead.
Is this the one where he's teaching and the girl says that he's triggering her because she was recently diagnosed with asymptomatic Tourette's?
Yes. But here's the kicker. Her friend was triggered for her friend because her friend was diagnosed with asymptomatic Tourette's. She's like, oh my God, like, I'm offended that you're not appreciating her truth, sir.
Oh, what am I
just like, what's happening? You know, but at the same time, he's like, I'm a gay man, so like, what if I'm triggered?
Right.
And they're just kind of like going around in this like kind of like trigger circle. It's absolutely like hilarious.
So English Teachers on FX. It's saying here in this article I'm reading, it's a little bit nostalgic as well. The credits are scrawling across a John Hughes movie background, and it reminds you of when you were in school, but you know, smarter people.
And I'm so glad that you mentioned John Hughes, because every single episode starts and ends with an 80s track that you will hear in a John Hughes.
Oh, wow.
So you really get that feel that you're about to watch like a John Hughes like type of thing, you know? When you start a show with the song I Ran, you're like, oh, great, we're going to have a great episode.
So this week we've learned from Juju Green. Springsteen, is it Deliver Me From Nowhere? Is that what it's called?
Yep, that's the one.
Okay. Also, The Substance is out on streaming. Danielle, need to watch it. It is a very important film to watch. Don't get grossed out. Don't eat while you're watching it.
No,
but there's a great storyline going on. And English Teacher on FX. All right, we've got lots to do this weekend. You can always search for Straw Hat Goofy on your socials. Big old podcast doing really well, too, on the Elvis Duran Podcast Network. Juju Green every single Friday. Thank you, Juju. Excellent job today.
Thank you so much, guys. I love hanging out with y'all.